I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for it.
Let's do this. So, week 3 is in the books. It's been great for some of us and not so great for others. It's been a pretty rough week, but the show must go on. So, let's get right into it. Now, week 3 brought some, let's just say, crazy stats to our little House Rules League. First off, Dr. Football, Mr. Michael Grace, whomped the reigning champion Paul Nips with his touchdown their team, 170.72 to 119.86. Wow, that is incredible. We'll get back to Mike Grace in a second here. Let's take a look at some of the other scores from week 3. The Dragon Tails lost 87.47 to Quay in the 50 pinball, 106.46. Now, Quay did have some decent scoring players here, with Cordero Patterson getting 25.8 points against my Seattle Seahawks. However, the Dragon Tails just didn't get anything over 20 points. Winston, we already watched the Saints game, so we know how that went. McCaffrey, 16.5. Great showing. Nothing to sneer at, but wow. Just, it's anybody's week right now. Even in the NFL, there's no telling what's going to happen week to week. Same thing here in House Rules Football League. We're going to go right into our next game, where Tier Does Not So fell with his 104.28 points to Gabe's He-She's, who showed up with 129.10. Jalen Hurts coming out, getting him 30.6 points, and the Eagles' defense, 25 points. God damn, that is ridiculous. Patrick Mahomes got John 17.08 points, and then Jalen Waddle 17.10, and then Amari Cooper coming out for the Browns with 23.6 points. But yeah, Gabe toppled over John, who seemed to be a juggernaut, and the He-She's just came through and knocked him right off his pedestal. Christian's Devontae-less team, 105.12, took out Alex's Kamara's Fight Club, who only scored a 90.7. He had, of course, Robinson with the Jaguars scoring 26.1 points. Of course, the Jaguars just completely decimated the Chargers, which, yeah, who saw that coming? Anyways, Derek Carr got Christian 22.82 points, and Chris Olave 23.2 points, which is probably one of the few bright spots there for the New Orleans Saints. Going on to our next game, Captain Winky. This is depressing. It's down the tracks, right, not across the street. Scoring 93.7 points against, of course, Touch of Downs. Yours truly here, 75.34 points. Of course, I had Dalvin Cook and then David Montgomery going out in their games. Of course, at least Dalvin Cook got some points and a touchdown with 12.6, and Montgomery only 1.1 points. Pretty much should have been a goose egg. Anyways, Josh Allen got 27.7 points for Brett. And that was really his only bright spot. But hey, you score still in double digits instead of triple digits and get 93.7, and you still get to win. Congratulations, Brett. My team is garbage.
That's my character. I'm the trash man.
So we have Flynn here, who is formerly the Beazles Vaccines, is now MCDC Kneebiters, who scored 82.14 points, going against Victor's Smash team, who got 129.10. Now, Vic finally had Joe Burrow step up at 26 points, Nick Chubb 21.3, and Scary Terry was 17.2. Flynn had a very rough showing. Tom Brady only 14.74 points. We know how that was abysmal going against the Green Bay Packers. And then Kyle Pitts 11.2, and the Browns defense, one of the other shining points there with 14 points. Obviously, this is not what anybody wants to see going into their going into the season, but it is what it is. Vic pulling out that win. But however, he did fall from that first place after this. We're going to get into that in 1 second. Let's take a look at some accolades for the week. In our trophy case over here, we do have the Above and Beyond Award, which goes to Dr. Football. Once again, Michael Grace went over his projected total by over 68 points. With his 170 plus points scored in the week, he scored over 68 points from what he was originally projected. Mike is doing some things right. With that, he had Lamar Jackson and Marquise Brown, who combined scored over 68 points together, and that was pretty much that total that came over for his Above and Beyond award. The highest scoring bench goes to Khalil Herbert, sitting there with 33.9, sitting on John's bench. Maybe you should put him in. David Montgomery went down. He only gave me 1.1. You should reap the benefits, but you did not, and you took the L. Also, for John, he has the poor coaching decision. Overall, he left 71 points sitting on his bench when he took that loss to Gabe's Heeshees. And then once again, Mike Grace, congratulations. He had a top player with Lamar Jackson getting 43.42 points. Let's take a look at our standings going into week 4. The Dragon Tails are in 12th place. And of course, I told you I was not going to be in 11th and I was not going to be in the same position. However, I am still sitting at 11th, but hey, at least it's not last place. Fingers crossed that I don't make it there and I start my comeback right here. Above me is, of course, the former Beazles Vaccines, the Knee Biters, and 10th. 9th place is our former champion, Paul, dropped in 3 spots. That is rough. Captain Winky in 8th. Hey, congratulations for the win. I'm glad I could move you up a little bit. Alex is sitting at 7th place, and Quay is at 6th. Christian's Devontae List team is in 5th place, and John drops down to 3rd. Gabe's Heeshees are now in 3rd place, and Vic is in 2nd. Sticking there for the 2nd week in a row, and Dr. Football takes the lead for 1st place in our league with a whopping 412.66 points, and that also gives him the most points scored for our league. What can you say? Mike is just tearing it up these last couple of weeks and really showing that we need to get on our ship, because Mike is nothing to mess with here. Okay, so let's take a look at what's going to happen here in week 4. We are starting off with my matchup against Victor's Smash Team, 105.59, projected against my 103.8. Let's hope that I actually get a little something happen here. It is my wedding weekend, and I really don't want to kill myself. Anyways, the Heeshees, Gabe is projected 103.97, going against Devontae List at 104.04. John is coming in at 108.71, going against the last place Dragon Tails, who's projected 112.87. So let's take a close eye on this game and see if Brett can pull something out here. Quay's 50 pinball is projected 108.72, going against our reigning champion Paul Nips. Touchdown there at 106.94, so a very close game to keep an eye on. Dr. Football, Mike Grace, 107.3. That's what he's projected, so he's probably going to get like 200, right? Because that's just the way things are going right now. Against the Kneecap Biters, 103.15. And then finally, Captain Winky Brett Talley, 105.33, is projected to lose against Chimera's Fight Club. Alex Leidner is supposed to get 110.02. Obviously, projections are just projections, and we never know how things are going to go. So week 3, we've obviously learned that the NFL is effing crazy, because there's no telling what is going to happen from week to week. Every game is full of just craziness, and that's why we love it, right? So until next week, actually next time you see me, I will be a married man. So hey guys, house rules. See you soon.
Coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.